welcome to the second part of my story. Well, in the first part, I left you all saying I joined college and my life literally transformed thereafter. Now, I joined an engineering college way back in 2004. Now, I never wanted to get into engineering. I always wanted to get into fashion designing or hotel management, but during those days, they were not really respectable fields in my town. Like good for nothing people or useless people or people who are not good in academics get into such fields. And my mom said you cannot get into fashion designing because girls who get there smoke and drink. Now, why did I choose mechanical engineering? A lot of people have asked me this, you're a mechanical engineer, and today a lot of people ask me how come a transition from mechanical engineer to a healer, to like poles apart fields. It was just destiny, I would say, because when I was not allowed to get into fashion designing or hotel management, I decided to make the best of my circumstances. So I decided to get into one of the top 5 colleges in my town during those days. And as per my ranking, I got mechanical engineering in one of those colleges. So that is the only reason why I chose it. I was not some kind of James Bond girl to deliberately select mechanical engineering, because engineering itself was Greek to me during that time. I didn't know the differences between different branches of engineering. So choosing engineering, I went to hostel, and the first thing I learned in hostel was to walk. Perplexed? Well, so I was always told I'm fat and I'm ugly, and until the time I was home, I had my bicycle, I had my scooter to go anywhere. So the first thing I did after getting into hostel was go down and get some biscuits for myself. And my, I freaked out. When I was walking, the only thought running in my mind was, people are checking me out from behind. They are judging how fat I am, how big my butt is. And I felt so ashamed of myself that I would choose, the afternoon times, because afternoon used to be a, dead time during those days. Nobody would be on the roads. So I would quickly go and get my biscuits and come back before anybody could notice my bum or notice the way how I walk or how fat I am. Then slowly and steadily I got used to it. I realized the world doesn't revolve around me or for any one particular person for that reason. We are so engrossed in our own conditioning that we think the entire world revolves around us or the entire world is noticing us, which is so absurd. Now, I was also ragged a lot about my hair, because back then I had really beautiful hair, not like this. So I had this long, thick, straight hair, and all my seniors, they were like, you color your hair, coloring is not allowed. And though that was the natural color of my hair, they would say you have colored your hair. And yes, I used to use henna on my hair, so that used to give a burgundy shine to my hair. Well, so I was ragged a lot because of my hair, but I had no solution to it, because you cannot color a henna dyed hair. And incidentally, those seniors started asking me how do I get that color in my hair after the ragging period was over. But yes, ragging period was torturous. Like, you come out of house and you're ragged for no fault of yours and you don't know bloody how to get out of it. During that time, something very surprising and sweet happened. So there was this very cute guy in my class. Due to some health reasons, he had a year back, not actually a year back, but he had joined in the previous year and he had quit due to health reasons. So he rejoined with us. So my seniors were kind of his friends. He would always save me from ragging, and I wouldn't understand why. After some time, I realized that he likes me, and I just couldn't digest that. I just couldn't believe that a guy can like me. I was so ugly, I was so fat. I was this timid girl girl who would tie her hair up and look down and walk, and who would fall in love with this kind of a girl? Mm. Then he would often save me from ragging, because half the people ragging were his friends. And one fine day, he confessed his love to me. And I did not love him. I was drooling over somebody I had lost in touch after joining college, who I liked during my school days. And I was like, I like that guy. I cannot be falling for someone else. And this guy in my college, he was so sweet. I would just shoo him away. I would say, just don't roam around me. I don't want to talk to you. Please, I know you like me, but please stay away from me. But that sweet fellow, he would just walk behind me. He would stand beside me, saying, this is my college also. I'm not roaming around you. Clearly, he was lying. But in hindsight, I realized there were such innocent and sweet gestures of love. I realized what true love is. He would always follow me to protect me against ragging. And still somehow my heart wouldn't fall for him. One fine day, one of my friends said, why are you behaving that girly way and making him go behind you when you don't intend to love him back? Tell me a full and final yes or no. I said, no, I don't like him. Please go and tell this to him. So my friend went and conveyed to this guy, and he didn't come to college for 3 days. He fell sick. He went into a frenzy that she said a no to me. And then I started talking to him. I felt sad that I could hurt somebody, because I'm not somebody who likes hurting people. I started talking to him. We developed this friendship, and then my life transformed. This guy was a God-sent angel a decade back in my life. More than a decade back, I would say. He came in at the right time in my life, where maybe I deserved a transformation. I deserved that boost of morale, boost of self-confidence. When we became friends, he told me he had fallen in love with me the very first day he had seen me. Not by my face, but by my speech, by my introduction speech on the first day of my college. And that was such a shock to me. I was like, even till this date, I wonder, what did I say which made him fall in love with me with just that 2 lines of introduction? And then he told me that when I saw you for the first time, I saw you from behind. You were wearing a white dress. Your hair was beautiful. And since I like plump girls, I was like, wow, she's hot. Her hair is nice. But when you turned around, I was like, face is a little off, but she has a great brain. And that was such a boost to this underconfident, naive girl within me. And slowly and steadily, he started telling me things like, you aren't fat, you are just a little plump, and you should wear more of Western clothes, because Western clothes look good on plump girls and not thin girls, because on thin girls it looks as if it's hanging on a hanger. He actually got me to buy a t-shirt. That was the first t-shirt of my life. He's like, you should wear these kind of dresses. You look smart, you look good. Then he said, you know why I love you? I love you because of your imperfections. I don't like perfect people. I like girls like you who have big teeth, a little protruded, a small nose, eyes like, Chinese, Japanese people. That's beauty to me. And he was very genuine. That gave me such a morale boost that my denial turned into a saying of yes to him. First love of my life, and the first person in my life who I owe my success to today. Even today, I say that I am what I am because of him. That is the best thing that happened to me during the first year of college, I would say. Another thing which I discovered during first year of college was understanding to love my solitude. There's a thin line between loneliness and solitude. I would go out alone for my shopping. I would go out alone to have my kind of food. I would go out alone shopping. I would manage my own money. That gave me a sense of confidence in me. That gave me a sense of freedom. That gave me that got me rid of the fears that I had within me, that if I walk on the roads, people are looking at me, I am fat and people are judging me, I am ugly. I got exposed to the world and I realized that my town from where I came and the psychology there, it's just a drop in the ocean. And I was living in such a negative world of gossips and myths, whereas there is so much to explore in this life. The world is so beautiful. Another turning point that happened in those 2 years of my college was in the second year of my college, when this guy proposed to me and I said a yes. A few months after that, I came to know about a gossip about me and I was shattered. I was shattered to the point that I just shut myself down in my hostel room, and I did not go out anywhere for 15 days. The rumor was that there was a school senior of mine who had proposed to me when I was in school, and I had said a no to him. To my bad luck, or I would say incidentally, he happened to be my college senior as well. And when he came to know I would be joining that college, he had spread a rumor that I have slept with him and I have lost my virginity long back, and he has slept with me in my own house. The rumor was so bad that it went till my family, and my mother and my cousins, they all started questioning me. They all started raising a finger at me. They all started doubting me. They all went into a frenzy, and I was shocked. I didn't know where to go, what to do, because there was this guy who had spread some rumor. My family is against me. How do I prove myself correct? And virginity was a big taboo during those days. Even today it is there in that town, but that time it was a big issue, and it was all about your honor and self-respect. 15 days I was in my room. I did not speak to my boyfriend. I was so sad. I was like thinking, what would he think about me? Like, would he think I'm a slut or something? And all that just killed me from within. After about 15 days, my boyfriend came to my place and he knocked the door until the point I opened it. And when I opened it, he said, I trust you completely. I know he is lying. You don't need to bother. And he took me out of the room. And after 15 days, I realized I had created a dead world around me. There are so many people going on the roads. They have so many issues. They are fighting it every day. I am not the only one who has these kind of issues or who is facing this kind of false allegations. And you know what happened thereafter? I prayed sincerely to God when I came back home that evening that, dear God, I am innocent. I can't do anything to prove my innocence. But I am relying on you to serve justice to me. If I am true, I will see justice in whatever way you send. And if justice is not served, I'll think you are not with me. You won't believe, after a week I got news that this guy who had spread rumors about me, he had met with a very bad accident and his leg was on the verge of amputation. That poor guy, I felt sad, and very honestly, I felt happy as well that justice was served. But I felt sad that was my sadness so strong, or was my demand for justice so strong that it got him to this big accident? Am I responsible for it? And then I left it on God, saying it's karma. I learned a huge lesson, or the first lesson of my life about karma that day. Today he is fine. His leg wasn't amputated. The doctors managed to save his leg, but he lost that year and he joined in our batch. He was my senior in college as well. So So he joined in our batch. Today he is doing well. I wish him well also in his life. But I would like to end saying that always trust your karma. Always. You don't need to go out and take a revenge. If you are correct, God will be by your side and God will serve you justice. If you are true in your heart, you will be served justice by the universe. Well, if I keep on continuing, I can say a lot of stories about my life, what happened during college. But I want to keep it crisp. So I'll end it here. And I'll catch you all in my next video with what happened in the next 2 years of my life in college. So stay tuned for my third video.